Dear brothers and sisters, so each one of us has a purpose in our life, and in reality the purpose does not differ from each other, it is the same. The Unity of Man conference, which we celebrated on the birth anniversary of our beloved Master in 1974, was a big success and a very spiritual lesson for all human beings. Because this unity is the main force in the heart of man. And how the unity comes? Two things are there. One is love, and second, non-violence. These are rather the two very most important pages of our holy life. These are the pages of holy book of our life. Love and violence is one and the same thing. He who is non-violent, he will not criticize anybody. He is not afraid of. He is very broad-hearted. And he who bears the love, he will also not be non-violent. So these two things are similar. We cannot differentiate. So these two things are the main force in the world. If these are put together in the world, then unity is there. And that already exists. But simply due to these two things we have forgotten it. The problem of the world is not political but spiritual. If our premier and religious people know, then the whole problem can be off. Because no problem is of political nature, it is all spiritual nature. So some people who were affected with miseries, they said that the spiritual link is only the possible thing in the world, which can unite the man to man and nation to nation. So this Unity of Man conference, which we are going to celebrate in the next year, will be a big success. But with the end of this conference on World Unity of Man, the main work of the Master will start. So everything appears, reappears or disappears with the change of our heart. Rather, it is a law in the creation, in the universe. You can even see this thing in the animals. Just a little example. A cat, while picking its kid from one place to another place with the help of its mouth, with the help of its teeth does not harm or injures the kid. But when it catches the mouse, it crushes with the same teeth. So you may say this thing whole happened with the change of the mind, with the change of the heart. So unity of man means we have to change the heart of people. This is the only way to bring the unity in the world. Everything is there. Feelings are there, emotions are there, heart is there, head is there. Everything is there in man. All possibilities are there. When China attacked India, and thereafter Pandit Nehru, he was a very lovable Prime Minister of India. And he believed in non-violence. He even one time declared to discard the army and use the army for other purposes, for the development of the nations, for other purposes. But what he declared later on, he said, there is no other way than the spiritual link. With spiritual link, we can have this tie. We can bring this unity in the world. Ignoring what happened to India, how much loss was there, how many people died, but he thought in the very right direction. He said, yes, this tyranny, murder is there, but in spite of that, there is only one hope, that there should be a spiritual link from man to man and from nation to nation. So who will do that? Without a spiritual person, without the help of God, this is impossible. When you are able to bring this idea in the heart of a lot of people, then there will be a widespread change in the heart of other people, I tell you. So, what are the main things there? There is a fear. Due to fear, some people create problem. Oh, I must be conscious. He is afraid of. So he is conscious about the fear. Because all other ways and means are false. Only the right way of life, the spiritual aspect of life, this is the right thing. This is the truth. And truth has no fear. It is devoid of all fear. Whereas the falsehood is full of all fears, all doubts, all criticism. Everything is there in falsehood. So the same thing you can also see in the entire creation. Once Master said, people are afraid of the lion. But if you look very lovingly into his eyes, he will not kill you. Because we are afraid of, so we are killed. This was the only reason. Yes, there is also a simple example. You give the bread to the dog. He is very faithful enemy. So you have given it with love. So he shakes his tail and he is very happy from within because you had given this bread out of love. But if he steals the bread from the kitchen, he will not do that. He will have the fear in its mind, in its heart. and he will conceal and run away. So there is a bread of love, and there is a bread of that we steal. So there is a lot of difference, I tell you. The power that one feels in himself is not the power. Our power is in the hand of God. This power which we feel, this is the weight of our thoughts. It is the weight of the matter and the Maya. The effect of it is always negative. You know, the armies do not fight, the nations do not fight, but it is already first decided on the higher plane between the negative power and the positive power. Only then, thereafter, it starts, otherwise not. So when we are able to bring this change in the world through the potent thoughts, we strengthen the hand of the positive power. Then there will be no bad effects in the world. These hatred, ill will, and all those wishes that is out of the negative effects of our life. And we are directly fed by the negative power. And then, if we are helped by the negative power, then definitely we have to work under his commandment. So there is army of God and there is army of negative power. There is army of God. Two armies are there. But the army of God is always strong. Because there is order and here is love. Master changes the heart. And the negative power changes the head. This is a big difference. This is the reality, I tell you. What happens in the world, this is all man-made. This is the problem from the head and not from the heart. So, in this Unity of Man conference, as per wishes of the Master, if we are really able to do something for the humanity, Master said then he will wide open his grace in the world. It will go like a storm. It will shake every person out of his drowsiness, out of his slumber. All that can happen. Master said, the foundation of this unity of man will have a very strong structure in itself. It will go like a wildfire and nobody will extinguish it. It will burn all ill hatred, all the irrelevant and the separation, otherness, duality, ego. All these things will burn away. What will remain there? Only love, only oneness. When everything is burnt, what remains there? You don't see anything. It is only the dust. And we feel that our wishes are not more than dust. There was one person, it's what practically something happened in Lahore before Pakistan. He was an old person. He gathered a lot of things. Unluckily, his whole house caught fire. and everything was burnt. Except he had some other valuable things in the next room. And when he saw everything burnt and it became dust, he opened the door of the next room and brought everything and put it also there into the fire. People asked, he got mad. He said, no. Throughout life I remained mad, now I got senses. He said, I am seeing that he is not more than dust. So I want to detach from them also. He did it. Everybody wondered of his foolishness. He said, he is a foolish person. He said, no, I have become wise. So, I mean to say, it matters if really we change our heart. Everything is due to the change of the heart. Everything appears or disappears. It's a question of our heart. Yes, you may say, let us take the case of our wishes. In this very life, we can solve the riddle of life and we can go back. But throughout our life, we cannot fulfill our desires and wishes. Rather, they will give birth to other wishes, and then we are caught in the web, net of transmigrations. So which is the most effectful thing, easiest thing? We must do that. So, like this man who could see the outcome, his attention, the value of his whole life, that was not more than a dust. And he could change his angle of vision. So I mean to say, even those thoughts which we lose without attention, with which our life becomes aimless. Those who know their everything, but still they remain careless, they do not put their attention to this very subject, their life remains aimless. I tell it from the Holy Scripture, I tell you. This is not a new thing. This truth is eternal. Not only that Guru Nanak told it, Christ told it, or any other masters who told it. Even before that, the truth was there. It was in man. But thanks to those power, they lived it and now they are helping us to live with it. Truth was there, but we never lived with it. So the purpose, the underlying cause of our success is within us, not outside. The reason and solution to all our problem is within us and not outside. As I told you, it begins from the change of our heart. If really we see something from the heart, we say, yes, it is so bright to me. Either I like it or dislike it. You at once decide it. If you do not see it with heart, with full attention, you cannot decide about anything. So thanks to the Master who has helped us to decide our life, to live with the truth. So Master tells us that since we have made a decision, made a determination in our life, now the second thing is to live without any fault, without any discrepancies. Each and everything that comes, appears or disappears from our life, it should not go without attention. Like a check post. They are very accurate in checking our luggage, in checking our whole body. Like the thoughts that come and go, they should not have any significance, worse significance in our life. They should have a better way. So all should go with our attention. Selfless service is the boon in the human life. Selfless service excels all services. It is said, service to the man is service to the God. Some master told, if you want to serve me, serve my children, serve the sick and the poor. I have one example, just I remembered. Once a rich person knew that there is a satsang of Kabir, and he went into that city. He wanted a laborer just to carry his luggage. Fortunately, Kabir was there beforehand. He was also going to the same place. He said, yes, I can carry your luggage, no problem. Kabir carried the luggage on his head and brought it there to the place of satsang. And afterward, after some time, Kabir came and sat on the dais, sat on the stage. So this man was very much ashamed of, but his angle of vision was changed. Such personality and such a humble work he did, such a low work he did. And he questioned Kabir Sahib, oh God bless me, pardon me, because of the sin that I did with you. Kabir said, no, our purpose is only to take the burden, to carry the burden of humanity. And I have not done any undue thing with me. I have done justice to me. That is what Kabir told. Master come in the world, true person come in the world. They do the selfless service unto others. They carry the burden of other people on their shoulder. If you have love, if you are non-violent, you are humble, out of humility, with attention, you will bear some of the burden of others. That is but natural. The conscious co-worker of divine plan, out of humility, he has to suffer, I tell you. What to say of the Master? So these things are very, very important. It is the beginning of our life. Without these things, we really cannot live with our life. This is the practical life. They show us back to God. And no exception to the rule. Read all these things. All these things are put into sequence in the life of a master. Very beautifully, they are embedded and they are shining like stars in the life of competent masters. Master says, go within and see to the beauty of the master power. And see to the beauty of those who lived with the life and those who helped the mission of the master. They are one with master and they are fully accommodated in the mission, in this setup, in the holy setup. He who overcomes his wishes and then fulfills the needs of others, he is the human being. He is the real man in the world. And Master lived so. They lived 100% for others. Yes, we can take a little example from our own house. How to start with it. If the husband overcome his wishes, he fulfill all the needs of his wife and his children, the wife and children will love that person from heart. I tell you, it is a real life. And if the wife does so, the husband will love the wife from the heart. This separation, this hatred, ill will is only due to our attachment, I tell you. This love always means to give and not to take anything. Give your good thought. Sacrifice each and everything. The man who is to be hanged, people hang people. Yes, lot of news we hear every day. And he who kisses the rope of hanging, he cannot be hanged. Theoretically he is hanged, practically he has kissed the rope beforehand. He did it happily. So this life is something itself which only somebody tastes if he lives with it. There is a special taste in it, I tell you. There is no taste in the world of the life. If you have to taste the life, then you must rise above your own self. The life will rise. You can experience the taste of your life. It is not that life which everybody lives with it. It is really not the life. We have to rise above ourselves. How many barriers are there? How many problems are there? How many wishes are there? These are all obstruction, hindrance in the way of the life, in the real life. In Delhi, behind the master ashram, there is one locality. It was that time newly built, and the ashram was also newly built then. And then there was no way out, because other side they are fully closed and the rainwater could not pass anywhere. So it went into the rooms of everybody, into the houses of everybody. So people got very tired. They went everywhere. They requested all other people. They said, no, we cannot give the way out. You must arrange. You apply to the government. But what to do? Government would alter it maybe after many months. So ultimately, when they found no way out, they came to Sant Kirpal Singh and said, well, Master, we have one request. Though we cannot stress you, because all that we say, it is not also in accordance with law. The water cannot also come this side. But as nobody has accepted our plea, so we have come to make a request to you, appeal to you, that if our water can pass, you give any place and it may pass through it. So there was no place. Master said, yes, you can make a drain from within the ashram. So they dig out, and there was a channel made for the dirty water. And above the building is made, I tell you. And Master said, only this much. If you want each drop of my blood, I am ready to give you. Because my purpose in the world is only to serve you. I have not come for myself. I am not attached with these things. It is all for you. Please tell me if I can be of any use to you further. So still they remember the master. Only on this ground, yes, such a good master, such a high-spirited personality. They all love him from the heart. So even, from the life of the masters, we digest lot of valuable things, valuable examples. And all those examples merge in us, and we should spark out of it. We should start the same work as our master did, as Christ did, as all other masters did. Their work is one and the same. To live for humanity, to serve the humanity. This excels all meditation, because there is the two things very important in the world. That is karma and dharma. Karma means to do our own work, either for ourselves or in the family, with the relatives, with our relations. That is the karma. That is due to the reaction of the past. And what is dharma? When lot of people get together and they work jointly. But Master tells us this is also not free from the reaction, because this is done on the level of the mind. Only by serving the competent masters, by service to the God, the gift of life is there. As for example, we do for a religion. Dharma means to do for special purposes. Not a universal purpose, but for a special purpose that is linked with some ism or sect. Now people misuse the money. It's a big disadvantage in the life of the donor. And even ammunitions and lot of dangerous explosions are bought out of it. That goes from one country to another country. That is the contribution of the religious people, I tell you. So, it's the biggest contribution now in the world, I tell you. So, as I told you, the problem of the world is not political, it is spiritual. It is in the hand of spiritual people. One can overcome only with the awakening. But when awakening is there, it helps a lot. When there was a Blue Star operation in India and Punjab, people got very much excited. I went there, I met a lot of persons. They were very emotional. I told them very thing. I said, yes, whatever has happened, that is also not good. But whatever still happening, that is also not good. You live up to that standard which Master has told us, which all competent Masters have told us. And such things are not created by the man, but it is created, but the man has done. He is only, he is himself meeting the reaction of what he did in the past. If we do something wrong now, its reaction will be afterward. And we have to bear it. So it does not come from the God. All that we have to face is created by ourselves, and we have to bear it. After some years, they told, yes, your world saved us. Because in that area, a lot of people are murdered. In one family where there are 10 people, only 2 survived, 1 survived, all others are killed. But all those who believed the master power, those who believed the teaching, they are all safe. And especially in that area, there are a lot of disciples of the master power, and nothing happened to anybody. This is special grace from the master power. Such people who without any reason they kill the man like this, they also met them. They had to face them, but ultimately said no. We think that we should not kill you. You are a good person. After all, God resides in every heart. So if you have a good feeling, a lovable heart for everybody, and what is there? At once the heart of other people, that is also changed. It goes like a wildfire. This love and non-violence, tolerance, these are the most beautiful things in the life of man. If he really works over it, then unity is there, love is there, God is there,